Hi, I'm Lynn from Lynn's Cakeaway and I'm starting a new mini-series. So this mini-series is going to be all about me, my business, how I got started in baking and where I plan to go next, not only with baking but with this channel too. As you probably know, I'm fairly new here. If you are new here yourself and this is the first time you've seen me, welcome, thanks for joining me. I'm delighted that you're here. Whether you're a professional baker or an amateur baker or one of my customers, I just love the fact that you're here supporting me, and that's great, and hopefully you'll find something that enriches you and helps you in your daily life, or just find something that amuses you and entertains you. That would be great. So let's start off with who I am. So I live in the south of the UK. I've lived down in the south of the UK all of my life. I have two girls, one who is 16 and one who is 10, and I also have this fluffy puppy dog who is sprawled out next to me. Here he is, who is 2. He's not allowed in the kitchen, so we've got a room divider, so he sits the other side of the room divider and watches me with little beady eyes, unless I am not in the kitchen, in which case he follows my every move and is right next door to me, which is why we're filming here in the living room. So it's a Monday today, so there's no baking. So generally on a Monday, that's my day to catch up with housework, admin, laundry, all the things I can't do when I'm baking. If you live here in the UK, you know that many of us have appliances in our kitchens, and because of our food hygiene standards, you shouldn't be doing laundry at the same time as baking if you are producing cakes to sell, which obviously I do. So Monday is my day to catch up on everything, and Monday is now going to be the day where I come along and tell you a bit more about what's next. So today is all about what's happened and why I'm here, and then next week we'll talk about where we're going and what's coming up on the channel. That would be my dog nudging the camera because I'm not paying him any attention. And the reason I started baking was because my mum made all of my cakes for me and I loved every single one. I got to pick what I wanted, and back then there was no online tutorials. Well, nothing was online back then. So everything she learnt through cookbooks and magazines and friends and trial and error. And she put so much time and love into every single one of my cakes, and I wanted my children to feel the same way. So when my first daughter's birthday was coming up, that doesn't make any sense, when my eldest daughter's first birthday was coming up, I asked my mum to help me make her birthday cake, and we decided to make her a fairy cake using a Barbie, and it was atrocious. Looking back now, it was terrible. We thought we were brilliant, and even my dad got involved and made the fairy a little wand using a cocktail stick and a little star, and the cake looked okay. It looked okay. We weren't professionals by any means. We made it up as we went along. We used a bowl and made a dome cake and then stuck the Barbie in the top and then iced it to look like a dress, and all was going well until we lit the candles, and the candles were too close to the Barbie and melted her hands. So we had a deformed Barbie, or my eldest daughter had a deformed Barbie for a long time, that had hands with no fingers, and some of the cake couldn't be eaten because it had melted plastic on it. A friend of mine, Anna, who I'm very close with, she had 3 children of her own, and she also wanted to make their birthday cakes, and she said, Lynn, I can bake, but I hate the decorating side of things. And I said, Anna, I love the decorating side of things, but I hate the baking. I just can't, you know, that side of it just doesn't go right for me. Mum's always done it. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the baking side of it. So we formed a little team. She would do the baking and I would do the decorating, and before we knew it, friends and family were asking us to make their cakes, and it just went from there. And then Anna's youngest went off to school and she got herself a part-time job, and she left me all on my own. Although in fairness, she did leave me her recipes and I was able to bake from that point onwards, and I have since adapted those recipes and made them my own. I thought, right, this is it, this is make or break. I'm either going to have to go and find another job where I'm working within a small team, or I'm working from home, or I'm going to have to give it a go with my cake business. So I gave it a go with my cake business, and I popped a post out on Facebook and said, look, this is what I'm planning to do. I'd love your support. And the support was amazing. It actually makes me a little bit emotional thinking about it and talking about it. The first Christmas, I made over 600 hot chocolate bombs for orders, and they paid for my Christmas. They helped me invest in new items like a new mixer and all things that you'd imagine a professional baker should have, but I didn't, because I was starting from scratch and I was just using stuff that I'd already got in my kitchen. It meant I could pay someone to have a professional logo made, and that I could focus all of my time on making this work. And so far I have not looked back. I'm now baking 4 to 5 cakes a week, and I'm able to be at home for my children and the puppy and still provide for them, and you know, put money away for the future, which is something that I've never been able to do in any other job. So I'm so thankful to those original supporters, and I'm thankful to every single one of you that is still here today, and every new supporter that comes along. So that's me, and that's my baking journey, how it began. And in the next episode, I'd love to share a bit more about what I do right now. One of the things that I will share with you right now, which we will discuss in more detail in another episode, is some of the things that I'd love to do and bring my family in. So my 10-year-old daughter is absolutely itching to have her own YouTube channel, and I don't know if I can manage that as well as a business. So I have promised her that we will do family challenges once a week on this channel. So I will set a challenge, and both her and my partner are going to give them a go, and possibly my elder. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you a bit of fun, especially on that series, the challenge series, and you can have a go at home and send me pictures in. Thank you for joining me for this video. I'm sorry I've waffled on for so long, but hopefully you've enjoyed listening to my story and how it all began, and you'll join me for the next episode. If you did enjoy listening to me waffle on, please consider subscribing, clicking the like button and the bell notification so that you find out when the next one's been uploaded. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully see you again soon.